I'm Bill Connerly. I'm leader of the outreach team here at Castine Church, and I'm here today with Sharon Fellers and Rhonda Kress. They both volunteer with the Castine Area Food Pantry, supported by 10 churches in the area, which represents Darke and Preble County communities. I think there's 6 or 7 communities that's represented in that. So, ladies, first, thank you for serving, and please let us know what is the supporting church that you represent?
I represent Castine Church.
And I represent the St. Matthew's, Gordon, Grace, Methodist, United Methodist Partnership.
What brought you to make this long-time commitment to volunteer at the food pantry?
Well, God has always given me a heart of service. It's one of my gifts. And we just live close by. It's a local service. At one point in time, the food pantry was even in that church across the street from where we live. Okay. So it was very, very local. And that was what I liked. It was a local outreach ministry that we could get involved in. And I say we because my husband does some help too.
Okay, good. Rhonda, what brought you into the...
Well, about 30 years ago, a lady in our church asked if I would come and help serve with her at the food bank. And I've been here ever since. And I just like to make sure our kids especially are fed.
Well, it's my understanding the food pantry has helped families over 30 years, which you just related to. Each of you have related to me that you do food packing for families in need. So first, how does one go about requesting assistance?
Well, they call Diana McDonald at 937-996-8763. And she is the one who gets the information for them, find out how many's in the family, so we know how to pack. Also, she gets information as to if they have any allergies or food dislikes, so we're not packing something that they're not going to be able to eat.
So, secondly, just what's a typical food package consist of?
It consists of canned vegetables, soups, fruits, cereal. Depends on the size of the family that can throw in pancake mix and with syrup. And they will get meat from us, like ground beef and sausage and stuff like that. We do have a voucher system where they can go to a local grocery store and get like eggs and milk and bread, things that we can't keep on hand. They are sent to either New Madison or now it's Eikenberry's in Greenville since we lost Sutton's last year.
So please describe what you do when they come in for the spiritual aspect of the food pantry.
Well, each new client receives a Bible, and we've expanded that everyone in the family is getting a Bible at their age limit. I scour for kids' Bibles, and we have several on hand. I go to Dollar General and buy all their I Love You Jesus books, and I try to put it in their hands, not only in their bellies, but put I Love You Jesus in their hands too.
Right, because when they come to get the food, we have opportunity to talk to them, listen to their story, and pray with them. If we'll ask them, would you like for us to pray? And the majority of the time they say yes. Good. Because they're struggling and they know the power of prayer.
Well, Rhonda, as treasurer of the pantry, you're directly involved with the food pantry providing holiday meals for families. What holiday meals do you provide, and describe what items go to the holiday meals, typically?
Well, we pack for Thanksgiving and also Christmas, the meals, and I begin approximately a month ahead for the items that go in the sack, but Diana prepares 3 to 4 months to order the meats, the turkeys, the hams with the local groceries, and on the day of the packing, I have a crew that meets me at one of the groceries, and we pick up all the food and bring it back here and set it up. And then our second volunteers come around 6 o'clock, and we pack it all up. And usually, then we have a meal of sharing. We have a Thanksgiving meal, and we have a Christmas meal afterwards for all our volunteers.
How do you distribute all these meals? Because it's well over 100 meals, if I'm correct.
That's correct. We have 2 different times that they can come and get the food. It's usually the day after we pack, there's a shift, I think it's like 10 in the morning till 12 noon, that people can come and pick up their food. And then in the evening, like 5:30 to 6:30 or 7, that they can come out to the food bank and then get their food. And then there's always those who forget to come. So Diana calls them, and we have to make other arrangements, whether to deliver it to them or meet them at another time. But we do always try to make sure that they get the meal.
Well, the big question I have is, how do you keep the shelves full?
It's not always easy. But right now our shelves are in very, very good shape because we got a lot of food from the Boy Scouts this spring.
Okay.
So Boy Scouts, churches, schools, yeah. And we get monetary donations from like the Community Christmas Drive. Whirlpool, when they have their golf outing, is another big contributor monetary-wise.
Good.
And local churches, individuals help us keep everything supplied.
What would be your immediate needs to the food pantry?
Well, right now, I would say strong volunteers. We can always use packers. We take a packing system of a monthly system, and a lot of times we're pulling double duties to pack, but the numbers have been down here lately. It seems like we haven't had as many calls, but it will.
If somebody wanted to volunteer to help pack, who do they contact, or how would they go about doing that?
Any of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rhonda, myself, Diana.
And I know we'll have that information on the board at the church and I'm getting ready to print that up, so we'll have that on the board of how to contact one of the three of you to help volunteer. So what would you like to say to Castine and the other churches you represent before we close?
Well, I would like to thank my St. Matthew's and Gordon Grace Church. They have been just a great support behind me and always here to help me at all the meals, the holiday meals, and I just couldn't have done it without them. And I thank Castine for allowing us to be here and the food bank being in your barn, and it's just been a great experience for me.
Good. Sharon?
Yeah, I thank everybody too for all their contributions, whether it was monetary or physical food, their prayers too, for the people that are going to receive the food. Just a great big thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, for serving. Castine is proud to have you doing this in our community, and we really appreciate everything you do. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.